Welcome back. Tim, thank you for the introduction. My name is indeed Lisanne Addink. I'm 26 years old. I live in Zeist, and I've studied industrial design engineering in Delft. But what about you? Well, maybe you live in Amsterdam, and maybe you've studied economics. Or, well, maybe you live here in Haarlem, and maybe you've done arts. But does it really matter what we have studied or where we live? No, it doesn't, because I think that everybody has a talent to change the world and make it more beautiful. It's all about the choices that we make. During my studies in Delft, I heard a lot of talking about sustainability. A very good thing, of course, but they did not always seem to walk this talk. From a student point of view, I could see quite some simple solutions to make this university more sustainable. So I thought, well, maybe I can help them to make it more sustainable. And maybe I'm not the only student who wants to help. So therefore, I started a committee, and I started to tell other students about the committee. And within no time, we had like 20 students willing to take action to help this university to become more sustainable. We arranged that, for example, all the printers were turned onto standard duplex printing, or that all the student computers were turned off automatically after the opening hours of the buildings. And the next morning, you have to push the button actively to turn it on again. So on quiet days, half of the computers stayed off. We started to publish a magazine about all the inspiring projects on the TU Delft about sustainability. The committee became quite successful, and I started to write a blog about it, about how we, as a group of simple students, helped to make the university more sustainable. My message to the reader was quite clear. It doesn't matter where you live or what you have studied. Everybody can make a change. Just look around. It can be on the school of your kids, it can be in the canteen. Just look around in your own surrounding and see where you can make a change. People started to read this blog, and they started to take action. What a joy it gave to see that. And the joy became even bigger when I heard that I had won a prize with this initiative. I had won a trip to the most remote place on Earth, to see with my own eyes how beautiful this world is, and how important it is that we take care of this. I had won a trip to Antarctica. My name is Lisanne Addink. I'm a graduated engineer now, and I have been to Antarctica. Maybe you are a consultant, and maybe you have seen many more countries than I have. And you? Well, maybe you're a nurse, and maybe you prefer to stay in Europe. But does it matter what we do for a living, or how far we have traveled? No, it doesn't. Because we can all see how beautiful this world is, and how worth it is to take care about it. And we all do have a skill to take care about it. It's just about the choices that we make. After my study, I asked myself again, what do I want to do now? What can I do to make this world a bit more beautiful? What skills do I have? What do I like to do? Well, I thought, I'm creative, and I also know how to design products, and I know that we throw away many things that still have value in some sort of way. And I think that this is a waste. And I like to change this. And I think I can. Many of you may recognize this as a simple glass bowl that I've bought in any regular shop on the way here. The truth is, however, that this glass bowl is be around 15 years old maybe, and it has been recently thrown away. Because in its former life, it was the door of a washing machine. I think that we should rethink the way we look at waste, because this is only one of the examples about how useful and beautiful things can still be when we throw them away. I think that before we start throwing away things, or before we start to think about recycle things, we should look into reuse things. And that's exactly why I started a design company, a design agency. And what we do is we turn trash into treasure. We make design products that are useful and good looking. But the best thing about them is that they are totally made out of waste. We hardly use any virgin materials to produce our products. And we don't need any of the energy that would have been put in the recycle system. Next to that, all our products are produced in social workplaces in the Netherlands. So they are produced locally with people to a distance to the labor market. Let's look into some examples of how to turn trash into treasure. Here we see some old post boxes. Times are changing, so are the post offices. Here you see old post boxes that are not needed anymore. But what do you do with 600 tons of high quality steel? Well, why not make lamps out of them? Let's give you another example. Here you see nothing. Oh, let's explain. When we used the red doors, there's a frame left over. Wouldn't it be great if we use this frame to make a table? Wouldn't it be great if we use those yellow plates of the railway, you know, the yellow ones telling you where to go, which train to take? Wouldn't it be great if we use those yellow timetables to make a real timetable out of that? Okay, the other example. Then here you see a residue of the production of truck parts. Those are punching residues, and the only thing that I did with those residues was cleaning them a bit. And there you have really nice playing checkers. You can play all sorts of games with it. Games need to be played on boards. So therefore, I went looking for other waste materials. And I found it by a company who's producing furniture. They have really high quality textiles, but they throw away the small parts that they don't need. They throw it away in the past, but now they're giving it to us, and we are making the playing boards out of it. And the playing board is foldable, so all you need for hours of playing fun is this waste textile and those punching waste from the truck parts. What you see here is misprints of cardboard packaging. We use those misprints to make a redesign of the well-known doggy bag. We developed a product which we called the foodie bag, and this product should it make more easier for you and me to take back home the leftovers of our food when we go out to eat. We used old spoons and we gave it the text, "Foodie bag, please." We bend it into a clip, and when you use this clip, put it on your plate, then the waiter knows that you want to take home the leftovers of your food in a foodie bag. My name is Lisanne Addink, and I am turning trash into treasure. And I believe, no, I know that every one of us has a skill to turn things into treasure. It doesn't matter what the skill is, it does matter what you do with it. It's all about the choices that we make. So my question to you is, what trash do you want to turn into treasure? Thank you very much.